Okay guys, this is me normally. I've got kind of boring hair, a few piercings, and I'm going to show you in a few steps how you can do cyber hair and makeup. Step 1 is contact lenses. I've chosen to use some black circle lenses from Korea, I think they're originally. Some people like to have one light eye, one dark eye. I like to keep mine the same, and I like this look because it's kind of cyborg-esque without completely covering up my natural eye colour. This next step seems pretty basic, and it kind of is, but I like to mention the fundamentals. You make sure you pin your hair out of your face if you've got any bangs. It's a pretty simple step. You just basically twist them and pin them back with a bobby pin. This will make it a lot easier to put your makeup on, as you won't have your hair all in your face, and it'll also stop you getting mascara in your bangs, which is surprisingly common and quite annoying, so make sure you do that. And the next step is foundation. I like to use Stay Matte in 100 Ivory, as that matches my skin tone. If you have a septum piercing, if you can tuck it into your nose at this point, it actually makes it a lot easier to put on your foundation without getting makeup in it, and everyone knows that's kind of annoying. Apply it to your hand as opposed to directly onto your face. This just makes it easier and less streaky. Use a foundation brush and get the makeup from your hand and apply it onto your face. Make sure you get a nice even tone without being too thick or too thin. If you start off with less and then build it up, that's better, because it's a lot easier to put on more as opposed to taking it away after you've already put on too much. And quite simply apply it all over your face evenly. After you've finished applying your foundation, you should take a translucent powder in order to set it and keep it nice for longer. I like to use the same brand as my foundation, which is a Stay Matte pressed powder. It's quite simple. Again, just take a large brush this time and evenly apply it all over your face. And the next thing we'll be looking at is eyebrows. Everyone needs to take care of their eyebrows. As you can see, mine are very light, so I need to make sure to fill mine in or get them tinted, which is something you should always get a professional to do, as it's near your eyes and no one wants to go blind. I choose to use an eyeliner, and I quite simply just draw over my existing eyebrows, which I have previously plucked to make sure they're in good shape. If you have dark eyebrows, you may not need to fill them in as much, but it's still good to make sure that they are an even colour all the way across. Some people like to completely remove their eyebrows and draw them on with an eyeliner or eyebrow pencil. It's really up to you what you do, but make sure you don't neglect them. This kind of makeup will draw attention to your eyebrows, and if you haven't looked after them, it will completely ruin the look. So make sure you look after your eyebrows. The next thing we're going to be looking at is the base of the eyeshadow, which for this particular look it's going to be a white. I like to use the Manic Panic white because it's quite well pigmented and it goes on quite nicely and matte. So it's quite simple. You take an eyeshadow brush and apply it over your eyes up to the brow. Only use up to the brow if it's a very light colour. If you use a very dark colour up that far, it'll look like a panda and not quite as good. You can use any colour you like for this. A light colour is better. And yeah, just apply it all the way up to the brow. Start off with one thin coat and build it up, as opposed to putting on really thick at once. This will help to get the exact colour you want. The next step is the secondary eyeshadow colour. For this one I'm using a very nice kind of glittery pink that I got from the Body Shop. I like this colour, it's quite nice. It's not too different to the white either, which makes blending very easy. So simply you can use the same brush so long as the colours aren't too different. Apply the pink all over the actual lid of the eye, not above. A little bit below as well will bring the colour down. Make sure you blend. Don't just have one colour and then a chunk of another colour. Use the brush to blend them together, and this will make the look much more effective. Now, as the pink is quite similar to the white, this look is quite subtle. If you prefer a bolder look, you can use anything you like here. You can use fluoro yellow if you want. It would actually look quite nice if you had black and yellow dreadlocks, for example. It's really up to you. So yeah, this one, just use whichever colour you like. And the next step is liquid eyeliner. A lot of people have trouble with this step. Unfortunately, there's no magic way to put it on. You just have to keep practicing until you get it down. I like to use Rimmel Glamour Eyes Professional Liquid Liner in black. And this, my friends, is You're Going to Be Your Best Friend, a cotton tip. Make sure you have plenty to hand, as whenever you make a mistake with eyeliner, which you will, you just use a cotton tip to erase this little mistake and try again. Don't be embarrassed. It's better to remove the mistake and redo it, rather than try and fix it and make a complete pig's ear of it. So there you go, lots of cotton tips. Here I'm just quite simply doing one smooth line across the top eyelid. You start from the middle near your nose and work all the way across to the end. Short strokes are better than one big stroke if you've got slightly shaky hands. And yeah, practice makes perfect, just make the line as smooth as you possibly can. Now we're going to do a line going upwards using the angle of your lower eyelid. Follow this angle upwards in order to get the same shape every time. This is a really good tip I actually picked up on YouTube. It's perfect because on both eyes you get the same angle, and it just makes doing the cat eye look or the winged look a lot easier as it matches on both eyes. Next, quite simply, you join this with your rest of your eyeliner on your top lid to make it smoother and join together properly. Now go ahead and fill in the little triangle that you sort of form when you join them together. Don't be afraid to do little touch-ups if you could see how it could be better off, and just make it as smooth as you possibly can. And repeat this process on the other eye. It's quite simple. I'm just going to speed this part up. Just keep them as even as you can. Next we're going to line the lower eyelid and do a secondary flick out on the bottom there. This will take a lot of practice. You want to keep them even on both sides, and just, like I said, cotton tips are your best friend. Use them whenever you make a mistake, and don't be afraid to erase your mistakes and start again if you do stuff up, because it's pretty common. I stuff up all the time. And after perseverance and touching up, you can get the exact look that you like. Like I said, patience is the key. Just keep it smooth and even on both sides. This part is very easy. Simply take a kohl eyeliner, I like the black one, and line your entire bottom waterline. Some people also like to line their top waterline. I can't actually do this as my eyes just get really watery whenever I do, and it spoils my makeup. So I only do the bottom, but yes, bottom and possibly top if you can, and there you go. Yes, I did do the other eye. I don't feel like I need to put that in the video. Also, with cotton tips, this is the best way to use them with your makeup to fix your mistakes. If you dip one end in water or run it under a tap and leave the other dry, first use the wet end to try and remove that makeup, and then use the dry end after that. This will dry the area as well as remove the makeup that is offending you. Next step is mascara. My eyelashes are very long and blonde and straight, which is no good, really. So I like to use an eyelash curler. Eyelash curlers should only be used on dry, clean eyelashes. So you could make sure you clean off any eyeshadow that might have fallen down when you were doing that. I hold the eyelash curlers on for 30 seconds or so, and then apply the mascara straight away. I like to use quite a thin mascara brush as I said, I have blonde eyelashes, so it's important for me to get right down to the root. And also, if you are going to curl your eyelashes with an eyelash curler, do one eye at a time. Don't curl both and then use both mascara. Do one eye and then the other eye in order to get the best results. You can put on fake eyelashes before you put on your mascara. I don't feel like it, but it is quite effective with this look. And next for the lips, this is quite a reasonably dark but also quite neutral colour, as you do not want to try and draw attention to both your lips and your eyes, and this look quite focuses on the eyes. I dislike the look of foundation on lips, but it's really up to you. Just keep it quite a neutral colour. And there you have it, makeup done.